Today's topic is that is Einstein's mass energy relation. Before the theory of relativity, mass and energy were regarded to be two different entities, having two conservation laws, one each for mass and energy. But according to the theory of relativity, mass and energy are interrelated and interconvertible. The force is defined as the rate of change of momentum of a body. Momentum is given by the product of mass and velocity, and force is equal to here d into mv divided by dt. According to the theory of relativity, both mass and velocity are variables. Differentiate above equation with respect to velocity and mass. Here F is equal to m into dv by dt plus v into dm by dt. This is equation 1. When force F acts on a body, the body will be displaced through a distance dx. The work done by the force is equal to the energy stored in the body as its kinetic energy. The kinetic total energy, that is dEk, is equal to F into dx. dEk is equal to m into dv by dt into dx plus v into dm by dt into dx, and we are going to get the equation that is 2. According to law of variation of mass with velocity is m is equal to m naught divided by root of 1 minus v square by c square. Squaring on both the sides, and after simplification we are going to get the equation that is m square c square minus m square v square is equal to m naught square c square, where m naught and c are constant. Differentiate above equation with respect to mass and velocity. We finally will get equation that is c square 2m dm minus v square 2m dm minus m square 2v dv is equal to 0. c square 2m dm minus v square 2m dm minus m square 2v dv is equal to 0. Then after simplification we will get the term c square dm is equal to v square dm plus mv dv. This is equation 3. Now compare equation 2 and 3, then we will get the expression dEk is equal to c square dm. This is equation 4, where dm is the increase in energy. When a body is accelerated from rest to a velocity v, then the corresponding variation in mass is from m naught to m. Hence total kinetic energy acquired by the mass is Ek. The total kinetic energy can be obtained integrating the equation that is 4, and after integration with the limits m naught to m, we finally will get the expression Ek is equal to mc square minus m naught c square. This is the relativistic formula for kinetic energy, where m naught is the rest mass and m naught c square is the rest mass energy which is stored in the body. Total energy of a moving body is the sum of kinetic energy and rest mass energy. Hence here total energy is equal to Ek plus m naught c square. Now substitute for Ek, we will get the equation E is equal to mc square minus m naught c square plus m naught c square. E is equal to mc square. This is the Einstein's mass energy relation. The theory of relativity proves that mass and energy are interconvertible. If we substitute the variation of mass with velocity equation in above equation, we are going to get the equation E is equal to m naught c square divided by root of 1 minus v square by c square. Minkowski's four-dimensional space-time continuum. According to the Euclidean theory, the position of a point can be specified by 3 coordinate numbers. Hermann Minkowski put forward the idea of four-dimensional space. According to him, the universe is not made up of points with only x, y, z coordinate, but it is made up of events which require time along with x, y, and z coordinates. It is called space-time continuum. That is, space and time cannot be separated. Consider two coordinate systems x, y, z and x dash, y dash, z dash. axis with common origin O as shown in the below figure. Here two coordinates are x, y, z and x dash, y dash, z dash. Let us consider the point P in space and keep the point P position remain same and rotate the coordinate axis x dash, y dash, z dash, but the magnitude of the position coordinate will be remain same. According to three-dimensional space, the position P with respect to coordinate system is given by r square is equal to x square plus y square plus z square. This is equation 1. R square is equal to x dash square plus y dash square plus z dash square. This is equation 2, where r remains the same irrespective to the value of the coordinates. But Minkowski introduces the fourth dimension, that is time, which is variable, where tau is equal to ICT and I is equal to root of minus 1 and tau square is equal to minus c square t square. As Minkowski has introduces the fourth coordinate, that fourth coordinate is time, and here we have taken that is tau square. Tau square should be added in equation 1 and 2. If we add the tau square in 1 and 2, we are going to get the expression r square is equal to x square plus y square plus z square plus tau square, and r square is equal to x dash square plus y dash square plus z dash square plus tau dash square. Here tau square is equal to minus c square t square. You substitute in above equation, and which can be written as r square is equal to x square plus y square plus z square minus c square t square, and r square is equal to x dash square plus y dash square plus z dash square minus c square t square. Above equation shows that space-time continuum differ from the Euclidean space. It is to be noted that tau square has negative value and r square can be 0, as x square plus y square plus z square will be positive value. It is not possible in three-dimensional space. The imaginary time coordinate tau appear here in exactly the same way as space-time coordinates x, y, z. The four-dimensional coordinate system which links together of space-time is known as Minkowski's world or four-dimensional space-time continuum. Here, four coordinates are x, y, z and time. The time is equivalent in imaginary length. The point in space-time system is known as the world point. The line joining between two world points is known as world line. The motion of a particle in space-time system may be represented by a world line. The negative results produced in experiments can be explained on the basis of four-dimensional space-time continuum. Thank you.